99.7 The Mix. Hello, good morning. We are back, and yes, it is 7:30, not 8:30. We are going earlier, so Dr. Willey can, make sure he's talking to all of his super fans this morning and hear his voice back live on the radio. It's been, how long has it been? A couple years since we've had you on the air, right?
A couple years.
Man.
It feels like that. It's been
I'm
a couple
shocked
months.
you're here today. I thought you'd bring in some of the other superstars, man. They were taking over.
And they were doing a fantastic job.
I really thought Dr. Jason was going to be the guy, but no, I'm sorry, man. Love Dr. Jason. Sorry, buddy, but you know who the superstar was.
I appreciate everybody filling in. I was afraid I was going to lose my radio voice.
No, I was talking about Jen, man. Geez Louise. Come on now. Guys, Dr. Willey is back, and AlignLife Springfield is taking over again at 7:30, okay? So we're really happy to have him back.
Ditto, man.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
We're talking off the air a little bit about your life, and what you were doing while you were gone, and spending some of that family time, which everybody needs to do. 2024 is obviously every single year. 2024, and people make New Year's resolutions, and people want to be healthier, and people want to make more money. Those are the top two New Year's resolutions that people make.
I believe that.
Okay. Now, from your profession and where you're standing right now, I'm sure you get a ton of that at the new year. Yeah. How do I be more healthy? How do I lose weight? How do I stop breathing so heavy when I walk up and down stairs? Is that, you see that way more right now at the beginning of the year than later? People
are certainly more conscious of it now, or at least more consistent with their focus on goals like that. That's so interesting. You mentioned health and then wealth, and I always tell patients health is wealth. Like if you have your health, you've got everything, and when you lose your health, you'll do everything and spend everything to get it back. So 100%. Those two are very closely intertwined.
Now, I learned a lot while you were gone about some of the stuff that you can do there. I didn't know about the acupuncture. I didn't know about these back machines that you can get in. And you've got all kinds of really cool toys there to help you get healthy, okay? Yeah. If there's a piece of advice you can give right now to somebody who is listening that wants to start that health journey, and they're like, man, I need to just start somewhere. But they don't know because they're like, I'm not a gym person. I'm not a diet person. What do they need to do? How do they contact you guys at AlignLife and figure that out?
Yeah, I would tell them to zoom out and be less specific than what you're saying. And I love what Stephen Covey says about beginning with the end in mind, and start off saying, where do I want to be at the end of the year? Just as human beings, we're terrible at setting goals. We just don't think about it. It's uncomfortable. We don't want to set them and not reach them. So I would say start with the end in mind. Where do you want to be at the end of the year? And then find ways to manage and chunk it down into smaller goals. So if that goal is being able to go up a flight of stairs without huffing and puffing, start with the 3 steps at your front stoop at your house. Or if you want to focus on losing 20 pounds, figure out how you have to lose 5 pounds every quarter, and that's 2 pounds every month, and chunk it down and make it more manageable. And when you do that, it's much easier and it's less daunting to try and attack.
I love that with AlignLife. It's not just about, I got a back problem, I got a sore back, or my knees hurt, or I got a headache or something like that. You want to help people plan their life and just make it more healthy. So you would be willing to do that for somebody if they wanted to call you guys and say, hey, let's make a goal for every month of the year.
100%. And early on in my career and practice, I thought that everybody just wanted to feel better, and all their goals were centered around symptoms. And what I've realized over the last 11 plus years is it's not so much that people don't want to feel a symptom, it's that symptom is wrecking their life. They can't do the things they have to do that their daily routine requires, or they can't do the things they want to be able to do. And ultimately, that makes them say, you know what, I've got to change something. I got to change my thought or behavior or action to get different goals out. And that's the fun part, is not only identifying that and helping people, identify that, because like I said, people don't really think about that very much. But then once you figure that out, then we figure out, okay, what's the game plan? You want to get from point A to point Z. What's the roadmap look like to get there? And that's the fun part.
And that's what Dr. Willey can do, guys, and the team over there, man. They can help you plan your healthy life right now. But you got to give them a call. What's that number, Dr. Willey?
217-787-3738. 7,500. I didn't forget that part.
Look, that was your plan. I know. You're like, that's one thing I got to remember.
Slow it down,
being
Willey.
gone for 15 years and I come back, I got to make sure to slow down, all right? And you can find you guys where? Where's your office located again?
We're on Montvale, and if this conversation hit your ear in a certain way or that speaks to you specifically, we're actually doing a workshop 2 weeks from today in office. We'll only have 25 spots. The title of the workshop is called the New Year Workshop.
That's right. Yeah. She mentioned that while you were here.
Yeah, it's exactly what you're talking about. We help you identify, reach goals, understand how to chunk them down into manageable pieces, make them SMART goals, split it up and have a game plan of how to anticipate obstacles and things along the way so that you can anticipate those and those don't set you sideways and then hold you accountable in that space. You don't have to be a patient, to come to the workshop, but we do ask the RSVP so we can save a spot for you.
A new year, a new you. Go to AlignLife Springfield website, Facebook. How do they do that again?
They can go to Facebook. They can go to AlignLife Springfield Instagram page, or they can call us at the office, or they can.
And there's only 25 spots available. Mm-hmm. Do it right now, guys. Make sure you check it out right now. AlignLife Springfield on Facebook. Check them out. You can see the link put up here in just a bit on how to get there. And again, Dr. Willey, good to see you, buddy.
Great to see you, brother.